That's LAPD flying right over my apartment at 6:20 p.m. And that is, again, the second time while I'm in here showing you what is the engineered light that's on my carpet. This is appearing on the inside of my apartment through the light source that remains outside. I'm going to show you the evidence of what is the demon possession. Well, you've already seen the evidence of demon possession of the corrupt agency that's focusing. They're targeting by virtue of flying directly over my apartment. They're also demons that you're aware of that because they're engaging in this targeting conduct in the demonic environment with real-time knowledge of what I'm documenting on my phone. So I'm reviewing video evidence that I'm going to capture in a screen recording. They're flying over my apartment at 5:41 p.m. While the entity is maintaining engineered light. These are demons. They're not only engaged in criminal surveillance, which they have no warrant or probable cause to engage in. They're also demon possessed because this is engineered light. The same engineered light you saw on my ceiling. Now it's stretching inside of my apartment and growing. In other words, growing inside of my apartment while the light source is outside of my window. I want you to see the ongoing evidence of the demon possession. This is the evidence of the demon possessed by those that are using helicopters to stalk right now. This is light that's appearing underneath my bed. Okay, that's not sunlight. This is engineer light as well. Hold on. You can see it on this wall back here. That's engineer light illuminated on the wall right there at the bottom. And this is concentrated illuminated light that's appearing underneath my bed. Okay, this is it's not even realistic. It's the light source is outside of this window, and the entity is engaging what is engineered light that's appearing on my mattress on the floor underneath the bed. The entity that is the Los Angeles Police Department, those are demons. And that's why they're going to be disbanded because you have a workforce that is demon possessed. And this workforce is the Los Angeles Police Department. And it is also the Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. And this is the criminal system of group stalking that they're engaged in. 5:41 again as what they were flying over me. And the entity is doing this because they are also fearful of what they know that I'm noting right now. At this same time in Upland, California, the entity is maintaining a light source and the Upland Police Department are group stalking as I walk outside of that library. And they're actually engaged in what is the sex offense. They're in relevant position monitoring with the people of the state who are engaged in what is systematic crossing path. And you're looking at demonic activity in this video that I'm going to show you. And it's occurring under the guise of what is traffic. When you're ignorant of the environment, when you're ignorant of the significance of the activity that's created in that environment, you will see the light source at 6:39 p.m. You will see the light source at that same library where I'm present in the morning, as I've already documented. And at the Upland Public Library, again, the entity engaging in what is covering up the light source, just like LA is engaged in now. And LA is nothing other than the state of California. So the entity that is demon possessed, wanting to conceal the fact that I documented the Rialto Police Department group stalking. The Rialto Police Department, by the way, we're also documenting engaging in kidnapping in concert with Lisa Rogan. So I just want to document that. But nonetheless, the entity is reviewing the documentation. They're engaged in federal stalking. They know the evidence that's already captured. This is why you have the malice of covering up the light source that's not the sun. That's not sunlight. Okay, knowledge of the evidence, still engaging in the same hallmarks where you are identifying the same criminal system, and the elements of monitoring remain underway. And this is the entity that is now, this is literally the psychotic mind state. You have what is, for example, a murderer whose mind state is, oh my goodness, I'm about to be caught for murder. I have to go kill some more people because this is the only way that I'm going to be able to throw everyone off as I go kill more people. That's the mindset of the demon possessed population that is still continuously engaging in what is stalking and monitoring while their criminal system is exposed, and they're monitoring the documentation, speaking to the absence of, they don't have any secret anymore. Their criminal conduct is fully exposed. I'm literally laying it out for you, and they're still engaging in that criminal conduct. That mind state, that psychotic, demented mind state is shared by the demon-possessed workforce that is the Los Angeles Police Department, that you hear flying directly over my apartment where you're seeing this engineered light and where you see that light source at this time. It's 6:25 p.m. There is no sun that's going to be outside of the Upland Public Library as I documented at the end of the day, 6:39 p.m. And you will see engineered light, which is not this. This is not sunlight. This is the engineered light that you'll see in that video moving across the curb while the people of the state are engaged in what is demonic pacing. It's not regular traffic. Those are demons that are crossing paths repeatedly. It's called patrolling when a demon is crossing path on more than one occasion. Okay, so let me be clear. This is called crossing path. Okay, when you have crossing path repeatedly, which is what is group stalking, this is called patrolling. This is occurring all the time. because you're surrounded by traffic. You're surrounded in the apartment complex. You're surrounded in the airspace with planes and helicopters. The demon possessed are patrolling at all times. This is what you're witnessing when you're looking at traffic. You're looking at the demonic light activity that's surrounding what's supposed to be traffic on the surface. When you're aware of what the demons are doing, you're witnessing what is criminal activity. Those demons are pacing. These demons are pacing in this video that you're going to see captured on May 19, 2022 at 6:39 p.m. while they're engaging in a sex offense. These demons are at the same time engaging in relevant positioning, demonic pacing, while the Upland Police Department, a demon-possessed workforce that are affiliated with the Upland Police Department, are engaged in criminal surveillance and maintaining perfect alignment with me while I'm inside of the venue that is the Upland Public Library. The light source is in perfect alignment with me at that same address where it's present as early as 7:44 in the morning. Okay, as I document, I'm going to show you video so you can see me at that same address and the light source is over me. That's what I'm preparing right now. While I'm preparing this, and I'm going to show you on a screen recording, the entity is engaged in what is stalking by helicopter. And this is both because these psychopaths are scared and because you were talking about a lesser of two evils. Let me provide more. Let maybe the target individual will stop what she's doing and she'll record me, and then that'll be a distraction. This is the mind state of the demon possessed, the psychotic criminal. Let me kill more people because they're in order to stop them perhaps from their investigation, and that'll throw them off. I need to go kill more people. I need to go do more. I need to go commit more crimes. That's the entity that is a part of a law enforcement agency. That is the criminal. And this is a demon-possessed population. Okay, these demons are just the Los Angeles Police Department. This is the same demented mind state of every single last one, all 59 units. It's the whole entity. This is a demonic entity, the people of the state, a population. But the 59 units that are filled with that entity, they're all going to federal prison. While I'm documenting at 6:27, it is the time right now. That's approximately 6:19 p.m. I believe I started this video at around 6:19 p.m. They're all going to federal prison as I'm documenting the state engaging in surveillance, which is evidence against them in the specific environment. Okay, which is not shared with the environment that is at Upland Public Library, which is where I'm at today. And the entity is engaging in the same malice, covering up the light source in the morning, stalking by helicopter, stalking using the means of an ambulance. This is a demon driving an emergency vehicle, engaging in the elements of monitoring, crossing path while I'm at the Upland Public Library. And this is because they're monitoring my documentation. I'm exposing the unnatural environment. The entity is engaging in the same exact criminal activity under what is the light source that's covered up while it remains over my head. And then you witness that malice because you're looking at what is the ongoing system. The criminal system of federal group stalking and monitoring, let me make sure you understand this. It is witnessed, it's exposed over a duration of time. This is when you will see the criminal system as it is explained. Okay. Now, as I am establishing as precedent, the criminal system that a government's engaging in, it takes an amount of time for you to see that. Over time, you'll see, and that time has already passed, okay? So the ordinary target individual that will, after this prosecution of the state of California, does not have to wait years in order to bring a case against the state. You can establish the P.O.C. in one day. The sun rising and sun setting at one address is the P.O.C. Okay, I'm talking about years of showing what is a consistent pattern. There's no grounds for contradiction. There is no way you can get out of that pattern. It's a phenomenon where it's happening once. It's also coexisting with other phenomenons that are the pattern where the entity is always stalking in helicopters. The corrupt law enforcement agencies are also engaged in obstruction of justice, kidnapping, criminally defaming you, harassing you, trying to obstruct justice, which coexists with the people of the state who are exhibiting demon possession as well with the directed light conduct. It's the directed light behavior is engaging, is present in both the private space and in any public venues such as Starbucks. Okay, it's on buildings out in public where you're looking at the maintenance of that specific environment because the massive public, the population is engaging in that system on an ongoing basis. That is what I have captured for a prolonged period. The specific environment with the light source, this is something that I've shown, and you're witnessing it as over a course of time. And then you're looking at the ability to see the environment. And also why? Because the entity, once it is catching on to what is being exposed about it, thinking that on the surface, oh, no one's ever going to believe the target individual. Well, they're not able to kidnap me. They're not able to defame me. So all the entity is able to do now is cover up its light source for half of the day. You cover it up for half of the day. At any point in time, it remains the unnatural environment, and you're still stalking by helicopter. You're still stalking using sirens. You're still stalking with the directed light. And you've seen this malice exhibited by the Upland Police Department, and that's what I'm going to capture. That's what's captured on video. This is what I'm referencing here on this day, 2022 at 9:34 a.m. The Upland Police are group stalking in helicopter, and the light source is covered up. Moments later, as I walk down the street and I document the entity at Gowd Law Office, this is the entity that is, the light source doesn't go anywhere. It's still over me. And that's why at the drop of a dime, if I walk away from the venue that they're trying to protect, like the Upland Public Library, the light source is bright and shining. You're not going to forget what I already captured, though, at that same venue earlier than that. At 7:44 in the morning, it's over the Upland Public Library while I'm on public transportation. At 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm standing at that same address, the Upland Public Library, and the light source is over my head. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm at the Upland Public Library. I'm inside of the Upland Public Library, and the light source is directly over my head. And it's still there as I'm documenting after 6:39 p.m. And that light source is over in alignment with me at that same address. That's capturing the P.O.C. duration of time, 7:44 in the morning to 6:39 p.m. Not only is there no provision for there to ever be any sunlight inside of my bedroom in this manner, because this is impossible light activity, but you saw that light source as well. There's no provision for that to be the sun, where the entity is maintaining a light source that is not shared with the sky space outside of this bedroom window. And this is the same criminal system that you see here. While a demon-possessed workforce that makes up the Los Angeles Police Department is engaging in what is criminal conduct, stalking in helicopters while you're looking at the evidence of what is a sunrise and a sunset at this same address. As a matter of evidence, between the same hours, by the way, between 6:45, 6:30 in the morning, as late as you saw last night, 7 p.m. Okay, this is the specific environment where the entity is stalking a helicopter. So that's just to go over the malice. And this is the obsession of this demonic workforce that is the LAPD. 541 flying over my apartment again, which you can hear that amplified audible activity as they're flying directly over my apartment. That's the targeting, evidence of targeting. And it's also evidence of targeting while you're looking at that light source. And it's also evidence of targeting while you're looking at this impossible light that's even reaching under my bed. And that's the window right there. Clearly not the sun. You're not going to forget the light activity that you saw on the ceiling, and it disappeared, and it appears at a downward trajectory in a different color reaching under the bed. This is all manner of what is demonic conduct, criminal surveillance, and that is the disbanding and federal imprisonment of many of the men and women of the LAPD. And you're talking about also federal prosecution and being specifically published as a department and by name as group stalkers, as state terrorism is going on the map, okay? And they will be published as group stalkers, and it's going to forever change the landscape of their life, not being able to work or live just anywhere you want, like any other violent sex offender, any other terrorist. And those that are not even natural born citizens, they're going to be shipped out of this country after they sit in federal prison. It's currently 6:33 p.m. This is P.O.C.